Hello everybody, Spinodragon here. Tonight, I wanted to thank all of you for watching the official end of Dinosaur Tributes, which was possibly one of the toughest editing projects I've ever done in terms of production. Along with that, I've decided to give you all a special message considering the time we're in now. It has officially been over 10 years since this account was first made, and since I uploaded my first video, which kickstarted this 11-year-old series and Spinodragon Productions altogether. From claymations, 2D animations, and tributes most importantly, to having names like Spinosaurus Aegypticus Productions and Galaxoica Entertainment, this YouTube channel has quite the history behind it. Looking back at what I built from the ground up, I'm happy with how the channel has turned out over the years, and I have all of you viewers and subscribers to thank for that. However, over the years, I've come to understand that the end was inevitable. I bet you all might be wondering, now that Dinosaur Tributes has officially ended, what is exactly next for the channel? Before I get into that, I feel like I need to explain what has occurred during the production for the Series 6 finale and why I was inactive from 2022 to 2024. So, what was I doing? I'm pretty sure a lot of you remember my first attempt at making the finale, which got canned. Some of these reasons were personal since 2022 didn't turn out to be that great of a year for me. The project just ended up going nowhere as well because of other activities I had going on at the time, along with the fact that no one else decided to take part since it was a collaboration. Despite all of that, YouTube itself is also why I decided to go on my longest inactive period in my channel's history. The biggest problem I'd point fingers at the most is YouTube's new, and I'm assuming its current, algorithm. Since I started this channel, YouTube has gone through a lot of changes since then. Unskippable ads, demonetization, YouTube Shorts, and most recently, the stupid AI bot and ID verification. None of that garbage existed yet when I started making videos. Between 2020 and 2021, my viewership has, and still is, at an all-time low. That additionally contributed to me uploading less content, and also led to the creation of my alternative channel, Maastrichtian Media. However, even when I wasn't uploading, I still wanted to make this finale happen, even if it wasn't the older collaboration I had in mind. I didn't want Dinosaur Tributes to be one of those other projects I had that would end up getting cancelled or didn't have a proper ending. With all that said, I wish to thank everybody and, additionally, give a long overdue apology to those who worked hard on their parts then. Shout out to all of you for that, and I'm sorry you all never got the chance to see what I imagined come together. The next finale edit I had in mind was the recent trailer you guys have seen, but just like the older finale project, I also had no other choice but to can this one too. What both of these past ideas had in common was a near or over 10-minute long edit, something nobody has ever really achieved before as far as I'm concerned. I thought I could make the impossible happen, but I simply don't have the time to do this kind of stuff anymore. By this point, it finally hit me. A finale always doesn't have to be the most grand thing imaginable for any series. A series can also end off with something short and simple, and something that has a core message behind it as well. With this song, and the short stories and the transitions, creates a theme that tells the audience to fight and protect what they believe in and what is theirs, no matter how dire the situation is. That alone is what led to the creation of this finale. It's been a long road, but I'm glad I finally got around to finishing it. Sometime after I began my hiatus 3 years ago, I realized how fast and how much my life has been changing, and I was, at the time, thinking about where I should go from there. 2023 was a huge, life-changing year for me for many reasons, but the biggest of all these reasons is, well, I've since been volunteering at a museum. I'm treating paleo-art as more of a profession. I've been collaborating with my closest friends with Epoch Now, including other additional projects I've since been involved with, and ever since then, new and fresh ideas for stories of all kinds have been soaring in my head for all that time. Stories I want to introduce to the world. After thinking about where this channel should go for about 2 years or more, I'm hereby announcing that I have decided to move on from this channel for good. With Dinosaur Tributes concluded, I think it's a poetic way to end things off. This series, which started with a single 25-second long video, created the foundation, or backbone, of what would one day become Spinodragon Productions. And what better way to end it all with the very same thing that kickstarted this channel and what it would eventually become. YouTube has gone through so many changes since I started uploading at the age of 12, and now that I'm 24, this website is no longer the same as it was in 2014, even if YouTube wasn't the same back then either. It's time for me to think about my own future and move on to the next chapter of my life. Despite all of that though, while the channel will go through a simple branding change, I'll still definitely be uploading smaller videos when I have the spare time. This does include video edits too. However, unlike Dinosaur Tributes, which I admittedly spent way too much of my time on, I will make sure that whatever edits come don't spend as much time as this finale did, nor as long as the entire series for that matter. If that's not all, my other projects will and still continue to be worked on, but they'll now be uploaded under Mastricted Media, and links to both the channel and the official website I've created are in the comments section below. Before the sun sets on this golden era of the channel, I have something to say to everybody that's still watching. When I look back at the history of Spinodragon Productions, I never thought about the many possibilities of what I could do when I was 12. I only made these kinds of videos because I wanted to. I was inspired and motivated to work on similar types of videos I grew up with when I was just a toddler. As I grew older though, I decided that this channel should be a channel of nostalgia. A channel that, no pun intended, pays tribute to an age of the prehistoric side of YouTube that's now sadly far too gone and forgotten about. A channel that fought against this modern abusive copyright system for the sake of future childhoods being made. A time capsule that cannot be stopped. Sharing to future generations of what kind of content that me and many other people who love paleontology just simply watched as kids in the late 2000s and early 2010s. I wanted to show you, and everybody, the YouTube I once knew. It all ended up becoming my interest and, I guess, a mission to create this sort of nostalgia for the future. But of course, you cannot stop the world from changing, as it always inevitably changes. And sadly, there's no escaping it. That's reality. Honestly, there were things about this channel that didn't go the way I envisioned, but that's a part of life. There's no changing that either. All of that aside, the moment I received comments from viewers like you saying you grew up with this video or find this one nostalgic, and now that I'm seeing other content creators making edits or tributes, whether if they're serious uploads or actual trending memes, and even animations with a similar style, then I consider my mission a success. As the golden age of this channel comes to an end, the last thing I want to say to everybody still watching is no matter where you are or what you're doing now, and whether you remember me or have forgotten about me until today, all I want to say is thank you. Thank you for watching the end of my most successful series. Thank you for nearly 6,000 subscribers. And, most importantly, thank you for more than 10 years of bringing 2000s Dinosaur YouTube back into the modern age. I bid you farewell, and I hope to see you again in the future. by me for the past 10